Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for April 21st to 28th, 2023. I hope you're all well. I invite you to close your eyes and let's take 3 nice deep breaths together to pull ourselves into this present moment, collecting our energy with each breath, dropping further and further into ourselves, coming home to ourselves, coming home to our beautiful bodies. And envisioning a tree root coming down out of the base of our spines, going down deep, deep, deep into Mother Earth, grounding us into this present moment. Knowing that these tree roots are not only grounding us here and now and helping us to anchor in this present moment, but they are also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves us can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for our new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I am here with all of your children once again to do this reading of the week for April 21st to the 28th, 2023. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and collective well-being. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those present now and in the future to be present with us, as well as an overlighting angel of communication, to ensure that we cover all that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time to our satisfaction in the window that we have together here today. I'd also like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of love, of light, of wisdom, of healing, of transformation, of peace. A circle of light that encloses all of us. Wherever we are part of this beautiful vehicle of light, holding us in good ways and allowing this clear communication to happen. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies of love, light, clarity, wisdom, healing, and transformation is welcome to go now. And let's get started. Okay, Creator, what is it that we most need to know this week for our highest and greatest good? So that we can always be our best, so that we can strive to hold good energy and frequency, become all that we're here to be in good ways, and support each other and also reaching our good, so that we as a collective field of light and community of light are there to support each other. Okay. For our highest and greatest good, the highest and greatest good of everyone in our field, including this beautiful planet and all life on her. Recent, past, relevant to our present and our future. The Ace of Wands, the card of initiation, bold new beginnings, and the level of creativity, inspiration, and passion. This is understanding about how we know from our past experience, because as I said, this is in the past position, but this is a reference to another time in our experience when we have reached for our power, our capacity to create, to generate, to be a powerful creator in our experience. This is relevant now. We know we've done it in the past. We need to lean into that ability, lean into that understanding and awareness of who we are and what we hold in our present moment. So this card of initiation, it's this bold capacity to generate and create, to really boldly reach for what it is that we want and make it so, pull it into our experience and our field. So this is really important right now in our week this week. We have the Tower card in our present environment, our present card, our present position. And it's a major arcana, as you know. And the Tower is all about structures that are out of integrity being brought down to their foundations. So personally, collectively, this has been a theme that's been ongoing now for a long time. And it will continue to happen in the world. And it's a good thing because we've changed You can't keep someone small. You know, this is the thing about the human spirit, is that when we expand and we rise, we need to fill a different space. Our structures need to change. Our support systems need to change. Everything needs to change. And this is a clear indication that the systems that no longer serve us, the structures that no longer serve us, the mechanisms that are trying to keep us smaller and less, whether intentionally or not, but these structures are not supporting us into our expansion, into our capacity to be all that we are here to be. And so personally and collectively, we're going to continue to see these structures and these structures, I guess is the word, the scaffolding, the things that are in our environment that no longer serve us are going to continue to fall away. And it's disruptive. It is. And it's okay. We will get through this. We are here on purpose on the earth at this time, part of this collective unfolding. It's what we signed up for. So never underestimate your capacity to have what you need to navigate what this looks like, because this is in service to you as an individual, just as it is in service to us collectively. And yes, it's disruptive when we don't really know where things are going. It can be very off-putting. So notice that, take a deep breath, and keep moving your life forward in directions that are rewarding and fulfilling and generative for you. Keep reaching and striving for your good and for opportunities to express your good in whatever form that may take. Being that this is a generative creative card, a wand, it's like leaning into the power of creativity. So whatever that means to you, whether you're a gardener, whether you're a musician, whether you're a programmer, leaning into your capacity to create something and be excited about something and be inspired about something, that is where a lot of the new generative power is going to come from for us as individuals and for our collective field of humanity. And that will be nourishing as we go through this discombobulating process of things falling away. When we're intentionally building something or creating something good in our own experience, we have resilience, we have optimism, we have enthusiasm, and those are really powerful at counteracting whatever the fear is and the diminishment of our capacity. So staying in this resilient, generative space is really helpful to stay optimistic and resilient in the face of these changes. Near future, we have the card of fulfillment. So this is a lovely card. I really like this card. It's about settling into a good space within ourselves, being where we are, accepting it, embracing it, making it more beautiful, making it more the way we want it to be. This idea of fulfillment, it's like just drop into here and now, be here now in your body in a state of appreciation and gratitude and deep comfort and well-being. That's the energy of the Nine of Hearts, is really about this leveraging our connection to Source and having it here now in every moment, in every interaction, in every opportunity of being aware and conscious and relaxed and peaceful. All of this is contained in this card. So this is what we're moving towards this week. It's like, yes, things will continue to be what they are. And our powerful abilities as creators, as people on this planet at this time, as human beings who are, human form with this great big spirit inside it, we're here to reach and stretch and hold inspiration, enthusiasm, and become more. That's what we're here to do. And at the same time, love where we are. Love and appreciate what we're doing. Love and feel a wholeness and a well-being and a deep comfort being where we are. This comes back to that practice of gratitude. When we are in that state of well-being, we're able to pull more well-being towards us, Just as when we're in a state of appreciation and gratitude, the universe loves to send us more to be grateful and appreciative of. This energy of fulfillment is a similar quality. And when we allow ourselves to bask in that good feeling place, whatever the trigger is, whenever you're feeling that good feeling, let yourself be there for a while. Give yourselves permission to fill with that energy and that frequency and that vibration so that it raises your whole field of energy. The more we become familiar with states like this, the more powerful we become in terms of our mastery at existing in that kind of a state. Those of you who do yoga, those of you who have other practices, meditation practices, movement practices, that feeling of well-being after doing rigorous exercise, there's that endorphin rush. Let yourself be in that state for a while. Don't just rush off to the next thing. The best time to meditate is after you've moved your body. That's why this Shavasana at the end of yoga is so powerful, because you've moved the body. You've allowed all the yayas to get worked out, and you're able to be grounded and peaceful and deeply, deeply, deeply present. And there's that amazing state of bliss and well-being. And the more we spend time there, the more that becomes our familiar place, the more we come home to ourselves, the more we can drop into that feeling of well-being and fulfillment. So this week, I really encourage you, this week and going forward, to observe when you're in a good feeling state. Whatever it is that generates it, that triggers it. Take a deep breath, breathe it in. Breathe it into your field. Breathe it into your body. Let it settle inside of you. Let it help you to land and be more at home within yourself, in that blissful, comfortable, happy, fulfilled, grounded, grateful, appreciative state. That state of love and well-being. Boy, a lot to say around that one. Now we have the foundation card. Why we're having the reading this week. The card of justice. How interesting. I don't know if any of you follow Pam Gregory, but there's a lot of interesting energy around Jupiter, which is the planet of justice, going on right now. And so I think we can expect to see energy around karma, around justice, around what goes around comes around, what we put out as we sow, so shall we reap. These qualities of energy, understanding that everything has a cycle to it. And that's why it's so important for us to strive and reach and be the best that we can be, develop and grow and be all that we're here to be to the best of our ability from that clean and clear intention. Because ultimately, this will catch up with us. If we're in an aligned and congruent and balanced place, that is what we can expect to generate more of. If we are out of integrity, we can expect things to not go so well. It's the justice card. The chickens are coming home to roost. What kind of experience have you been living? How intentional have you been? How congruent have you been? Because the energy and the field of energy is coming to call us out on it. Can you stand in your integrity and hold the frequencies of who you are with integrity, with honor, with self-respect, with confidence and pride? Because this is, as I said, this energy is up right now. If we have fallen away, if we have fallen down, it's okay. We can pick ourselves up. The important thing is to always come back to this now moment. This is our point of power. This is our point of manifestation right here, right now. From this moment forward, start living things in a very deliberate and intentional and honoring manner. Honoring yourself and honoring your place on the planet at this time as a bringer of light, as a member of the transformative wave that's on the planet at this time. It's not time to be lying down, unless you need rest, in which case it's okay. But what I'm talking about is being whole and congruent and being very intentional and deliberate about it, reaching for it, striving for it, being that to the best of your ability on all levels of your field. Karma is the path. It's what we lay down in life. It's like we create a trajectory of our life, of our experience, through our thoughts, through our actions, through our words. We are laying down a track that our train travels along. If we are not in integrity with those things, our track is going to take us through some pretty messy territory. If you're traveling in a direction that isn't where you want to go, it's time to change the track. It's time to change your focus, your intention, how you're being. Notice your words to yourself. Notice your words to others. Notice the track that you're laying down in your life. That's what this is calling you to. It's very interesting. The Justice card is the middle card of the major arcana. It's the pivot point, the scales of justice. It's a very, again, it's calling us into our awareness that we are the generators, we are the creators. And if we don't like what's happening in our field, we need to shift. And it might be something small, it might be something bigger, but just be mindful of what we're saying to ourselves. I mean, as humans, we're amazing generators, we're amazing creators, but if we're not paying attention, well, we can create some pretty kooky things too. So again, it's interesting because the theme of mastery was very strong the past couple of weeks. And in a way it continues here because we're still being called to be in the driver's seat of our lives, to be present in our lives, to be the ones who are aware of how we're being, who we're being, and change it if we don't like it. Change who we're being to the best of our ability. And yes, it takes time. And yes, it's not always easy. And it's okay. It's okay. We are human and we're learning, we're growing, we're becoming more every day. But we have these tools to leverage, this desire to be more. It's inherent to who we are as human beings. When we squelch it, we cause problems. And so those things that are out of integrity around us that are not supporting us into our best are falling away. Even if it's painful and uncomfortable, that's what it is. But we're moving towards more fulfillment. We're moving towards more grace, a state of ease and well-being and comfort. And maybe sometimes the deck needs to be cleared for us to be able to just get there. And then ultimately the foundation card, why we're having the reading this week, the card of justice or karma. What are we creating? What are we pulling into our field? We are the ones creating our experience. How are we doing that? What are we saying? How are we being? What are we saying to life? Are we honoring our yes? Are we honoring this generative fire, this delight, this desire? Our desire is life, the life that flows through us, calling to us, the things that we are attracted to and that appeal to us. That's life calling to life. We need to be paying attention to it. And if we're not, why not? And what will happen if we don't? So it's very interesting, the energy this week. You know, it's really about this goodness of who we are inherently, and how are we holding ourselves back, and how are we holding ourselves back collectively. And we're going to get through this. It's what's happening right now on the planet. We are figuring it out. We are more than this, and it's all going to work out. It's all for us. However challenging and discombobulating it might be in the present moment. And if you are feeling just overwhelmed by it, take yourself out for a walk into nature. Spend as much time there as possible. Breathe in the fresh air. Move your body through the natural spaces. Take that energy in and just let it land in your body and let it take you to your innate sense of well-being and fulfillment, because that's our native state. Okay. I think we'll move on to the card to grow on this week. Thank you, cards. The Justice card. It's so interesting to see it here because I don't know if I've ever seen it in any of the readings that we've done here through COVID. So that's why I'm particularly struck by that. The past 3 years, we have not had, I don't think we've had the Justice card come up. So that to me really speaks to this energy of what goes around comes around. And yeah, I'm so curious to see how this is going to unfold. Okay, Creator. What is our card to grow on this week? What image, what symbolism can we keep within us and in front of us as we travel this week through our experience so that we stay in our integrity, in our wholeness, continually lining up with what is true and authentic and congruent for us, navigating this to the best of our ability. And we ask for the help that we need to do this well, the resources, the people, whatever it is that we're needing right now, Creator, let's pull it in so that we can have the latitude to be all that we're here to be and have the good experience of fulfillment that's in our hearts. Okay, so our card to grow on this week. What is it that we most need to know so that we can honor the energies of these cards this week and thrive as individuals and collectively? Card of Indecision. 8 of Swords. Well, we've seen this one too. So 8 of Swords. We have this lovely individual standing here with her sword out. We have all this incoming energy. And she's standing there calmly, quietly, ready. But she doesn't know what to do yet. But she's ready to take action as soon as the inspiration comes. And we have this download, this ray touching the crown chakra on the top of her head, indicating the information from her broader, wiser self is coming. And when she knows what she needs to do, that then only is the time to take action from that inspired, broader, wiser perspective. So this is very interesting. This week, as we're navigating the world, as there are things, decisions, and experiences that we're having, we're being called to be ready and to listen to the broader, wiser part of us, to take action from that place rather than just going for it, maybe just jumping in and doing something. You know, because she could be swinging her sword around and deflecting all these other blades that are in her space. But instead, she's gathering her attention, her energy, her focus, her will, and there will be a perfect moment for her to take action. Same with us. But it's okay for us to be ready to take that action. And that's essentially what this card is telling us. Ready to be ready and tuned in. Tuned into the broader, wiser part of us. Tuned into the signs and the symbols of what action we need to take when. And we'll know. We will know. We don't have to worry about knowing. We know from past experience that this is how it's happened in our own field. And it will happen again now. So if you're sitting in a state of feeling like you just don't know what to do or when to do it, it's not time to take action then. If you don't know, it's not time to take action. And I encourage you to spend time inwards. Spend time with yourself. Spend time meditating, contemplating, considering what is your yes, considering what is it that brings you to more life. In those places, hanging out inside yourself, not in your head, in your body, in your heart. And just being with yourself. And allowing yourself to have as much contentment and well-being as possible, because from that state of ease and openness, we soften and there's more light and energy that can enter our field. When we're fearful and doubtful and in our heads, we tend to contract and the energy doesn't flow as well. So just being mindful of that. If you're feeling, notice. Take a moment right now. Just notice. How does your body feel? Take a nice deep breath. Bring that life force into your body. Be in your body right here, right now. Okay. And from that place, reevaluate. It's a simple process, but it takes remembering to do it, which, we all fall off the wagon. So our card this week, ready to be ready, turning inward, receptive to the broader, wiser part of us and the wisdom that we each hold, and allowing it to guide us in good ways. Always setting the intention for our highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all those who this affects and this beautiful planet that we get to call home and all life on her. When we hold intentions like that, we know then that our actions are coming from that right place. And we can take action from a confident space. Okay. So, let's wrap up the reading. I invite you to close your eyes. We're going to take another nice deep breath. The breath. Sacred source of life. Thank you, Creator. This is your daughter, Titania, and I want to thank you so much, Creator, for this opportunity to breathe through this body. I'm grateful for this opportunity to breathe through this body, do these weekly readings, and connect with all those who come every week and bring their intentions and their desires and their field of energy to these readings so that we collectively pull through something much greater than we could on our own. I ask for guidance for each and every one of us. Help us to tune in to the broader, wiser part of us. Help us to strive to be all that we are here to develop and be and bloom into. Help us to clear away the rubble of the old so that we have a clean and clear foundation that we can build from confidently, congruently, harmoniously, with love and intention and presence. Help us to drop into fulfillment, into that energy of ease and well-being and love and comfort. Help us to remember what those things feel like so we can pull more of it into our field, so we can recognize our good as it comes towards us, so we can weave that into our experience and create more beauty, harmony, peace, and well-being in our own experience, in the experience of those whose lives we touch, and on this beautiful planet for all life here as well. Help us to stay honest and in integrity so that as we walk this path of the foundation card this week of justice, that we are authentic and congruent and can easily walk the path that we've laid for ourselves, easily live this life that we're creating for ourselves, and help those of us and help us who may be having challenges, help us to figure that out. Help us to be in our bodies a little bit more, because this is where our truth is and our capacity to create. Thank you to all those who helped to hold the space today. I'm so grateful for your loving kindness, support, wisdom, amazing space holding. And thank you to you. Thank you for being here every week. Thank you for coming. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm so grateful you've joined us and you've added your light and love and field of energy to these readings. They are what they are because of all of us. And I appreciate you for being part of it. If these readings are helpful to you, perhaps they'd be helpful to someone else in your field, please feel free to share. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and I welcome your comments. If you have anything you want to add, please share down below. I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, much love and light. I wish you well. I wish you fulfillment and peace and grounding. I wish you heartfelt striving for your good, clarity of vision so you know what is for you, and that you move every day in the direction of your highest and greatest good and your yes. Much love and light, health and well-being. I will see you next week. Take care.